Intimacy in a Time of Depression by Anonymous. Tucker Carlson kidnaps the Green M&M, but an unexpected hero comes to the rescue. Today was the day. Tucker had waited so long for this. He had pushed aside the insatiable lust for so long, but he couldn't do it anymore. Today, he would finally do something about it. He knew what he was getting himself into as soon as he approached the M&M headquarters. He had seen her on TV before. Everything about her was just perfect. Her luscious lips, her irresistible body, and her less sexy shoes were all so captivating. He wanted her. No, he needed her. He took a deep breath as he approached the building. Finally, he walked in. Nobody seemed to notice, and nobody seemed to care. Tucker was unremarkable. Nobody knew what he was there to do, and quite frankly, nobody cared. Oh, how they would regret that. He strolled through the halls for a few minutes. They were empty, other than the occasional employee that never paid him any mind. Tucker didn't care, though. He was too busy searching for the door that led to his beloved Green M&M. He had zip ties in his pockets and duct tape in his hands. He was going to kidnap the Green M&M, and he wouldn't let anyone stop him. Finally, he found it. It was marvelous, really. His heart skipped a few beats. After all those years of lusting, hoping, waiting, he was mere feet away from her. In bold green letters, Green M&M was written on the door. He held his breath as he turned the doorknob. As he entered, all he heard was her soft, beautiful voice. "Hello," she said, turning around. She was even more stunning in person. Tucker was left in complete and total awe. Here she was, in all her glory. The Green M&M. His Green M&M.
"Close your eyes, my dear,"
he commanded. Feeling his sense of masculine power wash over her body, the Green M&M obliged.
"Hold out your hands, face your wrists up."
She did so. She could tell that Tucker was an alpha male. He took the zip ties out of his pocket and wrapped 3 of them around her soft, delicate wrists. "What are you doing?" she asked, frail and meek.
"Nothing. Shout, talk, yell, and you'll regret it. Are we clear?"
Tucker said in his deep, commanding voice. Yes. She was terrified. She didn't want to know what such a strong, masculine alpha male such as Tucker Carlson would do to her.
"Yes, what?"
His stare sent a chill up her spine. Yes, sir."
"Good. Now, let's go, my dear."
Tucker held her wrist with a tight grip. She felt so powerless, so weak, so frail. It was terrifying, really. As they approached the exit doors, she finally realized the weight of the situation. She was being kidnapped. She didn't know what this man wanted from her, but she knew it wasn't good. She wanted to yell, scream, but deep down inside, she was curious. She let this strange, unfamiliar man take her and put her in a van. Fox News was written on the back. Her heart raced as she was carefully put in. They put her into a box that was suspended in the air. "When will I get out of here?" she asked, enveloped by the darkness inside the box.
"When we get there, don't ask so many questions."
The man said before slamming the door shut. The box shook in the air, but she knew she was safe. After some time, it stopped. She felt the box being carried. A musty smell filled her personal prison.
"That her?"
The annoying voice of another man blurted out.
"Yep, the real Green M&M, right here."
Her kidnapper said.
"You've really done it, Tucker. I can't believe it."
The annoying man said. Tucker. That was his name. Something told Green that calling him by his first name wasn't a good idea, so she refrained from doing so. Suddenly, her box filled with light as it opened. She saw Tucker staring down at her, a menacing look in his eyes. He slowly unbuttoned his shirt and slid down his pants. She was taken aback, but she knew better than to speak. Maybe if she didn't speak, he would free her.
"You don't know how long I've waited for this,"
he said as he picked her up bridal style. He slid off her sneakers and sniffed her feet. Suddenly, the door broke down. Green M&M saw a person standing there.
"Stop."
they said, staring straight at Tucker.
Who the hell are you? Go away!
The annoying man said. Green turned her head to see him in the corner with a camera, completely unclothed. She felt physically ill.
Your pussy is so dry. I like that.
Tucker whispered to the green M&M, trying to distract her from the strange blue person standing in the doorway.
Put her down. She clearly doesn't want you.
The blue person said in an annoyed tone, a sword in their hand.
Make me.
Tucker said while sticking his tongue out, much like a toddler.
All right.
The blue person said, putting a second hand on their sword. They went over to the annoying man and stabbed them in the chest.
Ben!
Tucker shouted, running over to the corpse of their friend, bleeding out in quite a gruesome manner.
Get out, blue-haired pronoun bitch.
No.
The person said, walking over to Tucker. The person put the sword up to their neck, pinning them against the wall.
You have 3 seconds to cut those zipties and let her go. Can you do that?
The blue person said in a commanding tone.
Never.
Tucker blurted out with a shit-eating smirk on his face.
So be it.
The blue person said as they pressed the sword against Tucker's neck, causing his eyes to roll into the back of his head. Soon he went limp, and the blue person walked away, shifting their attention to the sentient M&M on the floor, horrified by what she'd just witnessed.
You all right?
The blue person asked, empathy in their eyes.
Here, give me your wrists.
Green hesitated, but she figured that this person was enough. As she lifted her wrists up, the person held them firmly and cut the zip ties with their sword. Their hands were soft, but powerful. I think so. Thank you so much for saving me, really. Do you know who that guy was? The green M&M said, slightly trembling, as she wrapped her arms around the blue person.
That was Tucker Carlson, and don't worry about that. It was honestly a moral obligation.
The blue person said. They weren't entirely sure how to react to the sexy green M&M that was now embracing them.
Well, I guess I'll leave now.
The person said, preparing to leave. They put their sword up and started to walk away. Wait! The green M&M shouted.
Yeah?
Well, now that I'm already like this. The person's heart dropped. The sexiest character to exist in modern media, right in front of them, asking to be pleasured.
Really?
The blue person said, shocked. They put their hand on their collarbone. Yeah, I mean, you're sexy enough. The green M&M approached them and slipped down the blue person's short, revealing their dripping wet. The green M&M started stroking the blue person's hair, and the blue person's heart raced. They caressed the green M&M's face. This was the intimacy that they had heard so much about. They grabbed the green M&M's hair and tugged it slightly, making her let out a small moan. The green M&M got on top of the blue person and began scissoring them. What's your name? The green M&M asked, her eyes staring into theirs.
Kate Chris.
Chris shouted, still in shock of what was happening. Suddenly, Chris had the zenith of experience. The green M&M continued kissing Chris. Suddenly, she pressed a finger up to their mouth and kissed their cheek. She laid down next to them and fell asleep. Chris was in awe, the sexiest M&M on earth, and they got to passionately hug her. It truly was a miracle.